Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do Aries Spears versus Dave Chappelle comparison. So we're gonna start right into it with this Dave Chappelle skit. I'm gonna break down in my comedy analysis and see how he set up his punchline and his comedy joke. So let's get into it with this short.
Nigga in high school that was an urban genius. This motherfucker's grades was so good, he got all the way from the hood to an Ivy League school with a full scholarship.
So I feel like by him saying that he knew somebody that was very smart and from the hood, he made it from the hood with Ivy League scholarship, with his tone and inflection, you can tell that he did something stupid or did something that could potentially, or is going to do something that could potentially ruin his chances or mess up his job career with, well, whatever that went wrong. Let's see if I'm right. Let's go.
From there, the motherfucker got himself into one of the best law schools in the country. And when he was in law school, he met a woman and they fell in love and they were gonna get married. I remember him telling me about it. He was home for Christmas and I told him, I said, my man, save that bitch for later in your life.
Dave Chappelle's setup is like he's telling a story. He's getting Ivy League. He went to a best law school. He got into a good law school. And this dude telling him about a girl that he's gonna marry. And then boom, say that bitch for later in your life. Which is relatable because he's basically saying like, I guess it's a relatable joke because you don't want the girl to mess up your career. So he's saying fall back, focus on your career. You made it out the hood, you're 101, you in a good law school, don't fuck it all up for a girl. So that's like the dramatic tone, and he has this way of like slowly building up, like he just telling a regular story, and then he do like a callback and then hit you with the punchline. So that was like the punchline. The joke is being saved that bitch for later in your life. Let's keep it moving.
But he's in love. He didn't listen to me. He married her while he was in law school. And sadly, they got divorced. Why? While he was in law school.
See what I'm saying? So that's what I said earlier. When the way he was leading into this story, it sounded like the guy did something that could jeopardize his career and future by the way he was telling it. But he was telling the story so like nonchalant, but with that same tone and inflection that you knew something was going to take a wrong turn. So that's why I think that Dave Chappelle does a lot in his setups and his comedy punchlines. He tells a relatable story, but then he makes it, you wonder what's about to happen because you know something is about to happen, you just don't know. So he builds that suspension with his tone, his inflection, his body language, his eyes. So let's finish it off.
He was a street nigga from the hood. This man had nothing. And that bitch took half of that. I knew a nigga in
Took half of nothing is fucking hilarious because she got nothing as well. Oh man. Alright y'all. Let's do an Aries Spears one. Let's see. Aries Spears. We're just gonna hit Aries Spears shorts. What we got? We gonna say show mo. We gonna do. Let's do this.
White kids are just as shocked to find out black kids don't talk back to their parents as we are when we hear them talk back to theirs. So I used to have a little buddy would come over my house on the weekends, little Nate.
So, but right off the bat, if you're black or white or had interracial friends, you can kind of tell where this is going. At least me, I watch a lot of comedy, but if we're breaking it down, he already mentions black and white, so it already is putting you in familiar territory. So if you're black or white and had friends of different cultures and you got invited over to our house, you kind of probably know the customs and things like that. So this is going to be a relatable joke, especially if you grew up with opposite races and ethnicities and different backgrounds. Let's continue.
We be in my room playing video games. My mother used to come in the room on us, cuss me out for no reason. We be in the room playing Mario Brothers. She come kick open the door like SWAT. Aries, how many times I told you to clean this motherfucking room? Cut that goddamn game off to clean this room. I come back, this motherfucking room ain't clean. I'm gonna take that Nintendo cord, wrap it around your neck, and stick it in your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with you. This ain't no threat. This is a promise. Try me, motherfucker.
So what I do like that's different from Dave Chappelle tells a story, leads up to it, hits you with the joke out of nowhere in a calm and subtle way. She took half or nothing. You know what I mean? That's a joke, but he said very nonchalant. Aries Spears, on the other hand, he's very loud, very, I don't know, very swagger with it. He kind of got a little bit more like swag to it. Instead of being like calm, nonchalant with the punchlines, he's more that hip hop vibe when he talking almost like a rapper, but in the comedy world. You know what I mean? So then he does great impersonations. So he's impersonating his mom, which is already funny because if you have a black parent, you gonna relate to it in that tone and how she's talking and what she's saying and how they make threats. If you grow with a black mom and dad, then you kind of know and understand. So his jokes is landing and they're laughing because it's relatable. As you can see at this pause still, there's a black people in the audience. You know what I mean? That's just like you're gonna get the laugh because it's super relatable. You know they probably lived it. So that's pretty cool. Let's keep it going.
My white friend would turn to me offended like, dude, what the fuck? She can't do that, man. This is your space. This is your area.
See again with impersonations, like even dude, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? You can see Dave Chappelle, even when he talked about his homeboy or his girl, he didn't really like impersonate them like that. Not taking away for either word, just comparing them. They're both great comedians in their own right. Dave Chappelle is considered the best of all time. So yeah, and Aries Spears is a legend in his own right as well. So. But this is just comparing how they tell different jokes and how they set them up. But his impersonations is a big key factor for him. He can impersonate a lot of different famous people and just or regular people as well.
She's violating your right to privacy. You should say something. You want me to go say something? I'd be so scared. I started talking to him like a slave from Roots. Like, you was gonna get me in trouble. My mother smacked the shit out of the white boy. He turned into me. Where in the world? White kids.
Oh shit. That's super funny. But if y'all like this comedy breakdown, let me know. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. I give both jokes a 10 out of 10. But you can kind of see the difference in Dave Chappelle and Aries Spears and how they lead up to their punchlines and land these jokes. But how it still make people laugh based on your audience and who you're talking to. But if y'all want more comedy breakdowns, you can drop a comedian that you like to see next. Or I'll post different ones throughout the week. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. Love. Where in the world?